I think we are on the air. Welcome, everybody. This is Zenith Online Racing. This is the EU tier. Goes Sunday evenings here, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. in the UK time. I am Arbiga. Alongside me tonight is Doth Thou Hoist. It's been a while. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. What's going on, Biga? Thank you very much for having me on. I'm really excited to do this tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Always some expert analysis when you're in the booth. I think the last time you did comms, I wasn't around. You actually filled in for me, so it's been a very long time since we were together in the booth. Looking forward to it. So let's get this qualifying session kicked off. We've got 20 cars tonight, full grid. I think we've got 3 reserve drivers in. Actually, no, we've only got 2 reserve drivers in. Mario has made it last minute, so 18 of the full-time drivers here tonight, so everything is pretty much to play for real, and it's going to be a really exciting scrap.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for it as well. And what I've noticed is that over the past week and change, a lot of people seem to have gotten really into this track, which is not kind of from past seasons what we've expected. But the fact that everybody's been into it and everybody's been practicing is really, I'm excited for the spectacle that we're going to get tonight. I'm expecting to see some high quality racing at a pretty freaking quick pace too.
Yeah, this is a pretty quick tier. The EU guys are all pretty fast, and I'm expecting quite the scrap for pole position tonight, and amongst the top 10 as well for points. I think it's going to be a really tough battle. Looks like we got 2 cars out early. Looks like a Williams and maybe a Racing Point. Yep. So that would be T
Fuzz is
Money,
out as well. Uh,
T Money and
yep.
RC.
Yeah.
And then we've got a Toro Rosso just behind them. That would be Lamaro and Rob as well, actually. So it looks like T Money leading the pack at the moment. He's got RC tucked up right behind him. We'll see what these two do on this outlap. They both got a bit of space behind them. RC probably want to look for a bit of room here before starting his hot lap. I think he's got just enough space. Looks like the guys behind are not pushing too hard either, so should work out nicely for T Money and RC here.
Props to RC. The guy races just about every night. Like, I got to give him credit where it's due. The guy's fast because he puts in the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Alright, stream quality's looking good, so got a few people tuned in already.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
everything looks nice and smooth, so just gonna turn the quality down a little bit, just so we're not using any bandwidth while I keep an eye on the stream. And T Money now just coming through the final couple turns of the 3rd sector here. You're looking to start his hot lap. Doth, if you want to take us through the lap, feel free.
Absolutely, I'd love to. So T Money comes around the final turn here. He's got the engine and ERS all the way up. Blast down. He's got to get all the way to the right side here for turn 1. And let's see how aggressive he gets. Let's see if he actually straddles this curb. Not quite. He might take a little bit more in the next lap, but he goes through pretty smoothly. He's got this uphill left. This is absolutely a little light there. Absolutely flat out through the second part. Maybe with a little bit of a lift there. Goes through. He's going to have to slow down big time at the 100-meter barn to throw this in. Let's see how much curb he takes. Oh, that's an aggressive line. Yeah. That may be a cut.
It is, yeah. He's got red on the map.
Yep,
that lap's over. Who is behind RC? Let's jump to RC. You're nailing that.
Sure.
There we go. He's just coming through the hairpin.
Okay. Yep, I got him. So RC's now going to go down this first DRS straight. So here he's got to absolutely push it here. He's in overtake all the way down. He's going to let 7th gear run. He's got now 8th gear. He's got to get all the way over to the right. And this one is such a test of how late can you brake, because the apex here is super late. Let's see how much corner he cuts. Oh, that's a nice line through there. Gets wide so that way he can really put the power down early into this turn, into the 2nd DRS straight. So now flying down the 2nd DRS straight.
Just got to clean.
Yep, absolutely. He's got to do the same sort of thing here, get all the way off to the right. And this one is important for a different reason, because he can, if he does this properly, he can straight shot this part. Awesome, RC. Thank you very much for demonstrating that. As he goes over the next turn, he's going to fly out to the left here for this little double high-speed right into a really tough braking zone. He's got to get in early. Oh, nicely done. This is turning out to be a really nice lap for RC here. He's now staying. He's got to stay all the way right here, take as much of the curb as he possibly can without going over. Again, really nice. He's got to get all the way over to the left here, go through. Oh, he goes a little bit wide there. That's going to hurt a lap. And he finishes off the turn here. Then he's going to cross the line with a 135.5. He deserved a little better than that as the first part of that lap was going. But We
Not
still
too
got
bad.
time. There's 13 minutes left. Yeah, it's not a bad lap to have on the board. That's for sure.
And we've got a Alpha crossing the line. I think that's Jinnit. He's gone into second place there. So about 4.5 tenths off of RC's time on those medium tires. So interesting lap from Jinnit there. And Rob as well puts up a pretty solid time on the mediums. Let's get back. We got two Renaults coming through here. Is that Gilzo just coming through his final corner here? 34.4 from Gilzo, so that's a statement lap. Setting the bar very early here. Got a Mercedes coming around. Is that Beck? It looks like it is. 34.7 from Beck, so he's 3 tenths off of Gilzo there on his first run. So Gilzo puts down a marker early in this session.
That's a statement lap for sure.
See if anybody can get there in the next few runs. We've got a Williams coming around for a hot lap. Is that Johannes? It sure is. On board with Johannes. He's just coming through the final turn right now. Crosses the line with a 35.6. So a pretty solid lap time from him as well. Got a Red Bull crossing the line shortly. That's Smitsky? No, it is Crucio. Apologies, I jumped to Crucio there. Yep, there he is.
All good.
Yeah, very slow lap, so obviously just on a warm-up run here. Bag of Bones crossing the line, 35.8 for Bag of Bones, so he'll be looking for more on his next run. He definitely has pace here. We saw Tier 2, he was a reserve Thursday night, so he's got already a run under his belt at this track. We'll see if he can improve on his form from Thursday night.
So far, haven't seen much from J. Cole here, who I know he's supposedly he loves this track, so want to see a little bit more. We're also on day 3 of me sending J. Cole friend requests and him not accepting them. So we'll see. We're going to keep this counter going for how long it actually goes.
General Porter here crossing the line. He goes into 13th on the mediums. Obviously not on a push lap at this point.
Yeah.
It looks like both Renaults diving into the pit lane there. So not many cars out on track at the moment. I think there's about 5 or 6 out there currently.
Yeah, no, we have Bones is on an in lap. Johannes is on an in lap. Beck is coming literally into the pits here. So the only person who looks like GP Collins is on a flyer though. He's got his engine turned up here as he's going through sector 3.
GP Colin, he is in the Ferrari. Let's get on board with GP. I will allow you to carry us through the rest of this lap here.
Absolutely. Let's see how wide he gets for this left here. Take some nice curb here. Get the car rotated really nicely there. Catch a little curb, get the car rotated nicely again. Now he's got to push all the way out wide to the left here. And this turn is like deceptively tricky because you have to carry so much speed through it. Oh, no, I think he kind of ended up missing it and just kind of decides to abort the lap here. It doesn't look like he had it.
J. Cole.
T-Money's on a flyer. Oh, where's J. Cole? Sorry,
no, J. Cole isn't on track. J. Cole, in the chat, he says he didn't have a friend request from you, so you might have sent it to the wrong J. Cole account.
I'll send the sauce in the chat later.
I'm sure. No, I think there is 2 J. Cole accounts because he's got that LRT in his name, but there's another J. Cole like with X's around it, I think, or something.
Oh, fair enough. That could be on me, J. Cole.
Yeah.
Then I'm sorry.
yeah. I think that's what he's trying to say. He's like, did you send it to the right one?
Fair enough. Then that's
I'm assuming
on me,
it's because you want to steal his setups, right?
No, I just hear the guy's got pace, so I want to see what his laps look like in TT. So just for a little more friendly competition, as if we had to all give each other more shit than we already do.
Yeah. It looks like Adri is on a bit of a push lap here, so we're right on board with Adri. He's coming through the final couple turns here. Nice looking helmet, blue and yellow. Looks good in that McLaren. A little bit of an Alonso tribute.
Absolutely.
He's actually a Spaniard just like Alonso, so actually probably is very intentional. 35.4 from Adri, so a pretty good lap. He's off the front runners, but still puts himself ahead of the rest of the pack, so pretty good first run there. He'll be looking to find some more time for sure, though. He wants to close in a little bit towards Beck and Gilzo here.
Yeah, and props to Gilzo. That's a strong lap, a 34.4.
It's a very strong lap.
Yeah.
That Porter coming around. No, it's RC. Is he on an out lap? He's about to start his hot lap. Let's go with RC once more. Had a really nice lap there, and just kind of bobbled it at the end. We'll see if he can find those extra few tenths that he may have lost his first run here if you want to take us through the rest of the run.
Absolutely. As he goes through the rest of sector 1 here, he's got to push all the way out to the outside. Let's see how much curb he takes here. Awesome. Gets wide, gets the car turned, uses second gear, begins to throw it in, stays wide. Let's see, takes a nice late apex on the gas early, does a really nice job of short shifting to put down the power, and he's going to be able to enjoy that all the way down the straight. If you get that right, that is just free time.
He's up
down
a
the
tenth and a half
straightaway
through the first sector as well.
There you go. So let's see what his braking marker is here. Right before the 100, stays out wide, turns in, gets nicely done, gets all the way to the left, and he's on the power early here. This is turning into another nice lap. Let's see how well he can hold on to this one. He's got all green flags showing here, getting all the way to the inside here, cutting down his line, smashes the brakes, holds it outside, turns in, purple through sector 2. He's a couple tenths up here. This is turning into be a really nice lap. Cuts the corner there beautifully, catches and he goes out wide there. RC, I'm sorry. Curse of the commentator here. It still may be a good lap if they haven't invalidated him.
No,
so
they
let's
haven't.
see. Gets all the way out wide, cuts across this corner here, gets the car turned around. He's going to catch a little bit of curbing there, go to the outside. Beautiful. Let's see how much he's willing to take on the outside. Turns in at the 50-meter board, one wheel on the track. Absolutely textbook there. Takes the late apex, gets the little more rotation with the drop in gear, and comes across at a 135.1.
That's pretty good given the bobble there. He's
That's
definitely
a
got
solid
probably
lap.
another few tenths in that lap easily. So he could probably
For sure.
close into Beck. Beck's close with 4 tenths ahead there with the 34.7. So could see RC close that if he can just put it all together on the next run.
Also, Gilzo just went purple in sector 1 and then invalidated in that next turn. So he's gonna have to come in and he's gonna have to try again here because his
Red
map
Bull
is showing up red.
Crossing the line, Smitsky improves, but not enough to move. And it looks like a Ferrari coming around. Who would that be? Is that Ryan? No, that would be GP Colin. He's on an out lap, so check in with T-Money as well, just behind him on an out lap. Is Johannes on a hot lap? It looks like he might be. He's just finishing up that hot lap. Let's see what kind of time he can put up. 35.2 from Johannes, so he jumps up into 4th. Yeah, it's a good time.
Beautiful. Yeah, this track is interesting because there's a lot of risk reward here with setup. I mean, there are a couple of these high-speed turns in the first sector.
Rob here on a run, and he's up almost 4 tenths on his lap time, so that will improve him probably even above RC if he improves just another tenth or so.
Yeah, let's see as he comes across the line.
34.5.
Wow.
He splits Beck and Gilzo.
Nice lap.
Great lap from
Awesome
Rob
lap.
here. Beck starting a hot lap. Let's ride on board with Beck. He could be a contender to take provisional pole here. And Gilzo, it looks like, is he on another run, Gilzo? No, he's in the pits, so he's going to go get a fresh set of boots and go for his final run after. Let's stay on board with Beck here.
Beck's up half a tenth through sector 1. Let's see what his exit is like in this turn. Takes a super late apex. Let's see. A little bit of oversteer on the exit. Got a little too happy in the rear there. You know, that's the thing with this track. It's like you have to take kind of a couple of risks with your setup here because you don't want to give up straight speed all the way down these 2 gigantic straightaways. So, like, you know, it's a bit of a risk reward here, and that's what you get for it sometimes, unfortunately. Not that this is turning into a bad lap by any means, but you know, when everybody's this close, you're on the razor's edge. It's just tough.
Yeah, you can't really afford to have little mistakes like that. See, he's actually down 600, so not too bad. He can definitely still improve, but he's going to have to find about 3 or 4 tenths. If he, and he snaps over the curb there, and I think that lap's pretty much done for. He has time to dive into the pits and get a fresh set of tires on, though, so I think that would be the game plan if I were back at this point. Let's find another car to ride on board with. That'll be Rob. Should be heading into the pit lane. Then we've got a Red Bull just behind. Is that Crucio on a hot run? It is. He's up 4.5 tenths, which he definitely needs. He's going to have to find even more time if he wants to improve his position at all. Let's see what he can do here in the final couple turns.
Takes a little bit of curb there. Let's see if he gets wide, gets kind of wide through there, cuts that curb nicely. Smooth transition onto the power there.
So he jumps ahead of J. Cole, which is very surprising. I didn't really actually realize that J. Cole's still sitting down in 18th at the moment.
Yeah, he's on an out lap, though. He's gonna have time for another run at this for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. General
Mario is coming out of the pits for the first time. Ooh, and Mario spins in the He spun in the bridge, but they threw him on track here. No harm, no foul.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Maybe he's got wing damage. Oh, Porter up into 4th place. He improves almost a second on his previous run.
Wow.
Great time from Porter. So we've got 4 cars in the 34s now competing for pole position. Porter, I don't think has time to come into the pit lane here and get back out. So maybe he considers just running a cool down lap here and then going for a final run on the next run.
Yeah, I don't, 3.5 minutes is not enough time.
If you've got the fuel for it, you can definitely run these stops a little bit longer in Abu Dhabi if necessary. It ends up being a 2-stop race half the time anyway, the safety cars and whatnot, so I think it's worth it to even put the extra run in and see, because he's knocking at the door there.
For sure. We have and we have a couple guys here on outlaps who are going to try to put something in at the 11th hour. We have RC on an outlap, we have Fuzz on an outlap, we have Adri on an outlap, Smitsky on an outlap, J. Cole on an outlap, GP Colin, and Mario.
All right, let's see who crosses the line first. Is it J. Cole coming around first?
J. Cole,
it is.
yeah.
All right, let's get on board with J. Cole, and then the next car behind is, I believe, RC. It would be, right?
That's what it looks like in the map. Yep.
Yep, RC, and then a Red Bull, which should be Smitsky, perhaps, or is that? No, I think that's one of the Red Bulls heading into the pit lane. Yeah.
Yep. Smitsky's on an outlap though too.
He is, yes.
So let's see though as J. Cole kind of goes into here, the end of Sector 1. He's up 3.5 tenths in Sector 1. That's a good start. Goes actually purple in Sector 1. Let's see as he turns it around here, takes that late apex, gets into 3rd gear, very smooth application of the power there. And he, like I said with RC before, he's going to enjoy that all the way down the straight. So I'm sure he's just watching his time just click even further green after that. Goes down, doesn't take as much curve, but gets super wide. Let's see how early he gets down on the power. Oh, he's down very early. He's at the detection line. He's already at full throttle. This is going to be another nice run that he has here down this 2nd straightaway. Oh, we lost Porter.
Porter, has he retired in the pit lane? Yeah, it looks like he might have. I don't see any cars stopped on track anywhere, so...
Yeah,
fair those yellow flags don't actually invalidate real runs for people that retire in the pit box. That doesn't make sense. All right, J. Cole just finishing up his hot lap now. This could be provisional pole. Looks like it could be for sure. J. Cole's had a really nice lap here.
He took a ton of speed through that turn.
Here we go. What kind of time is he getting here? 34.5, so no, it's not enough. He edges out Rob by only 1/100th, but it's not enough for pole. And J. Cole will have, this has to be his 2nd push lap right now. He doesn't have time to make another run, so we'll see if he can beat that time, but I doubt it. His battery's running low. We've got Ryan just about to start his hot lap. Do we have anyone else on a hot lap?
We've got Fuzz in Sector 3 in a hot lap.
Let's get to Fuzz.
Whoa, Fuzz gets a little wide and touches the wall.
As soon as we got on board with him.
Oh, sorry, Fuzz. Curse of the commentator there.
Beck looks like he's just about to start a hot lap. Maybe let's ride with Beck. This could be our pole position setter if he gets this lap in. Where is Gilzo? Is he on a run? He must be. Gilzo is coming through the 1st sector on a run right now. Let's get back to Beck. He'll be the first. Actually, Gilzo will cross first. Let's get back to Gilzo. See if he can improve his time. He's the current pole sitter. He's got Beck on a hot lap behind, pressuring him. Rob looks like he's binned it in the final. It looks like the 3rd last turn there. He's binned it. Yellow flag is off. So Rob out. He will not get another chance to improve his time, though his time on the board is pretty impressive already.
Gilzo went flying through Sector 2 there, or through the part between the 2 DRS straights. Really went flying.
Oh, he's just down 400ths, so he can still improve his time. He might not need to improve much more than a 10th. If he manages to do that, I think he's secured this.
Oh, J. Cole just set. Where did that come from?
He set that on his 2nd run. I gave up on J. Cole.
Wow, I did too.
I didn't think it was possible. Impressive from J. Cole. Pressure is on for Gilzo now.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Let's see. Oh, he took a ton of speed through there.
He's hucking it through. He might do enough here. Let's see.
I think he has.
He has. Gilzo takes pole position.
Nicely done.
Wow.
Very
nice,
lap. Gilzo.
Beck coming around to finish his lap now. He's up as well. Only a marginal amount, though. I don't know if he's even going to improve. He dives into the pit lane. Yeah, he's done. Probably just thought maybe the other tires were better condition
yeah,
or something.
well, his lap went red, so his
Mario is done.
invalidated anyway.
Is that Adri? No, it's not. It's the other McLaren of Fuzz, who's coming into the pit lane, and then Adri behind. He's not on a lap either. He's coming in. We've got a Mercedes behind, and I believe that's a Bag of Bones.
What he saw on a lap here is Bag of Bones here. As he comes across the line with a 35.2, puts him into ninth.
He's starting in the points. Not too bad.
Yep, and we'll see what T-Money's got here coming across on the mediums. And he goes to 10th.
10th on the mediums,
so he's starting
in
10th on the mediums. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I mean, the guys behind have a bit of a... I mean, I guess he's got the track position, but the guys behind are all able to start on the mediums as well, so... and that was a hell of a battle for pole position between the teammates in the Renault there. I mean, J. Cole came out of nowhere on his second run with barely any battery left, improves his time, takes provisional pole, and then Gilzo absolutely bombs it through the final two turns and takes pole position by just under a tenth.
No, really nicely done by there by Gilzo and J. Cole. I mean, those two were 2/10 up on everybody else, and
yeah, it was really impressive.
Really, power to those guys. Those are a couple of really nice laps towards the front, and also props to T-Money in 10th too. You know, starting on the mediums, he's less than a second off on the medium tire. I mean, that shows that he's got some serious pace.
Yeah, for sure. We know T-Money's got pace here. Obviously, we saw what happened Thursday night. That final couple turns there, he was collided with his championship rival and ended up finishing 9th when he fully deserved to win the race. But sometimes that's the way it goes. We'll review the order quickly. It's Gilzo on pole, J. Cole in second, Rob is in third, Johannes is in fourth, Beck's in fifth, General Porter is in sixth, JFD is in seventh, RC is in eighth, Bag of Bones in ninth, T-Money on those mediums in 10th, Fuzz is in 11th, Ryan's in 12th, Adri's in 13th, Jinnit is in 14th. You know, keep an eye on him. He's always got good pace from the back. Lamaro in 15th, Coxey in 16th, Smitsky in 17th, Crucio 18th, Cheapy Collin 19th, and Mario in last to start the race here in the EU tier.
So just taking a look at Gilzo's laps, the place that Gilzo really took pole over everybody else was in Sector 3. Sector 3, Gilzo ran a 37.2, while the next closest person ran a 37.4. So the 2/10 right there made all the difference.
That's excellent information, Doth. That's why we bring you in.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Keep that up. You might steal someone's job. No pressure.
I enjoy filling in every now and then. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's always a good time.
Yep. So
Sunday afternoon here in our time zone. So it's Sunday evening now, I guess. But.
Absolutely. So now that we've seen this qualifying, what do you think? What do you think going into the race? Who do you think's going to stand out? Who do you think is going to be able to really make a positive race of this?
I think J. Cole's got to be the favorite for the win. We know that wasn't a full power lap, so he's more than likely racing that lap and probably can push just above Gilzo, maybe to edge him out for the win. I think it's going to be really down to the two Renault drivers out front, unless we get some safety cars and some strategy mix-ups, put guys on fresh tires near these two. If there's no safety cars and they're allowed to get out in front and build a gap, it's just going to be these two duking it out, I think. So,
as a spectator and a commentator, I'm very excited for that.
I'm excited for it too. I hope one of them
fun race.
I hope they both keep it together and they can actually duke it out on track here, and then maybe them scrapping can allow guys like Rob, Johannes, and Beck to hang on to the back. Excellent quality from Johannes here. He's up in fourth. I can't recall where he's qualified the past few weeks, but he's generally not been mixed in with the guys like J. Cole, Beck, and Gilzo so far, and here he is knocking on the door of the podium. So, good to see from Johannes. A pretty good lap from him. General Porter, he's usually hanging around that top 5 himself. He's sitting in 6th currently. We've got JFD as a reserve. in 7th, so he won't count. So already the guy in 11th can get points, and that would be Fuzz at this point. And Fuzz has spun on the formation lap. There he is.
There we go.
I was just about to start talking about him, and I caught him facing the wrong direction. I didn't see him spin, but there he is, down in
Curse
last
the commentator
now.
twice. I'm sorry, Fuzz.
Plenty of time to warm his tires now. He's got a
they're
huge
warm.
gap. Oh yeah, I'm sure they are. 360s help. Anyways. Yeah, interesting. Let's get the tire data up.
Yeah, Zenith starting in 14th is starting on the softs, which is an interesting strategy, which I kind of think that I like. Because those first couple laps, he may be able to jump those guys, and this track, you just never know with this track. It's tight in certain places. It's created its share of safety cars, that's for sure. And
oh yeah,
he may be able to sneak ahead of a couple people. I would not be surprised at the end of the day we're talking about him in the DOTD.
Yeah, possibly for sure. He's always a contender for it. So here we go. We've got the grid reset. The final couple cars rejoining. We will see the lights shortly. We will get round 3 underway of the EU tier here at Zenith Online Racing. Here we go. Let's see those lights. Alright. We've got 3 lights on. All 5 lights are on. And they're off. It looks like a little bit of a slow start from both drivers there. Yeah, Rob's got a really good start here. Not close enough, though, and it looks like Gilzo maintains first place through the first couple turns. We've got Williams and Mercedes side by side here. That's Beck and Johannes. Johannes bumped out wide. I don't know if there was contact or General Porter has also gained a place on Johannes there. So Johannes bumped a bit wide and he's been thrown off his rhythm a little bit and has lost a couple places here. He's got an Alpha right behind him now pressuring. That's JFD. Besides that, not too many big changes through the field. Looks like everybody made it through the first couple turns pretty nicely. It looks like one of the Red Bulls gone wide there. That's Crucio, I believe. And now GP Colin pressuring him as well as Mario. Adri is all over the back of Fuzz here early.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. They're back to back right there.
Yep.
Got a couple. Zenith looks like Zenith just
Rob is all over the back of J. Cole here. This is a surprise early. We thought J. Cole might be pressuring for the lead at the moment, and Rob is scrapping him for second place. That's great news for Gilzo. Gilzo has a chance to scamper off here while J. Cole's busy with Rob behind. Beck is all over the back of Rob as well, so this could play into Gilzo's hands perfectly early in the race. Whoa, Beck goes very deep there. He lost his line and he snapped the car. He's lost a lot of grip, and now he's under threat from General Porter here. He might lose another play. Oh, Beck is out! Huge crash!
Huge
Massive
collision.
crash! That is Porter and Beck. They are out, and the cars are ghosted, thankfully. These cars coming around very quickly. Safety car, obviously. Stricken car on the track. Wow. Beck, we saw him unsettled through Sector 3. That is awful luck for General Porter to come ripping around that corner and just get caught up in that. You see, massive crash. Porter has left the session, obviously extremely frustrated by that. That is just awful, awful luck. That's one of those days where you go home, you take the racing boots off, and you think, why? Why me? What did I do to deserve that?
So far we have Zenith, RC,
terrible.
and Crucio in the pits.
Alright, so Zenith, RC, and Crucio in the pits. Good to point out. I didn't notice that. I was so caught up with the excitement of that accident. It was a huge crash. I didn't notice these guys pit. So, you know, really these guys sitting down in these spots, not bad to take advantage here and get the pit stop out of the way, because they were, I don't know what tires they were all on. I know Zenith was on the soft, so he's maybe accidentally chosen those and gone onto the mediums, but really you're not losing too many places here. If you had any damage that you maybe picked up in the first couple turns, the safety car is waiting for the rest of the field to come through, and that will allow pretty much everybody to catch up. Anyone who's far behind, who's pit late here, like such as Crucio, he'll be caught up to the rest of the field by the time he gets back to the rest of the pack here, and that'll help him out immensely because it didn't look like he had a very good start to the race. Lamaro has dropped. What has happened there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't tell.
It looks like he's ghosted. Is he already? He's not a lap down already. No, of course not.
No.
He's dropped out of the session, so hopefully he has backup invites. Not too sure.
I'm going to shoot him one in the interim.
If you
Make
can,
sure
I
you
don't think you
get
can
that.
when you're spectating.
Oh, let's see. No, I can't, unfortunately.
Crucio, RC, and Jeanette all started on softs, Aero says, so.
So, Crucio, Zenith, RC have all started. Oh, Lamaro's back. Beautiful.
Okay, good.
But yeah, so Zenith, RC, and Crucio, this is great for them jumping onto the mediums because now this is functionally a one-stop medium for them.
Yeah, exactly. It's
so
brilliant, actually.
Yep, yep. So that's look for them. Oh, we got a couple other people pitting now.
Yeah, we got a bit of a clusterfuck. J. Cole, there was a bit of a clusterfuck on the main straight there, but J. Cole has pit, so that's interesting to note. Did he have a penalty? Fuzz has got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. What has happened there?
What?
Maybe
I saw
that little bit of a. There was a bit of a kerfuffle on the straight there. All these cars were sort of passing each other and almost hit each other, and I think maybe Fuzz just got put out of place there and didn't realize or something. I'm not too sure what happened. It's unfortunate. Obviously, you can review it if it's not fair, but I don't know at this point.
Excellent use of kerfuffle, by the way.
Yeah, well, I said the other one a couple times already, so I figured I should probably clean it up a bit for the next time I say it. RC. Yeah, now down at the back. So interesting. These guys, they're going to be able to go medium. Even if there's another safety car, they just pop another set of mediums on there, and they're pretty much good to go to the end, I think. And that's going to benefit them greatly. I'm surprised J. Cole pit. Maybe he had damage. Oh, someone's gone off. Who is that?
Ooh. Lamaro?
Lamaro has spun under the safety car.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that hurts. Oh, poor guy. Woo. And who's coming around the outside here? Are they going to be allowed to pass? Crucio? Yeah. Oh, and who's Coxie? 5 seconds left. What's going on up here? There's a couple of cars that are just beached.
Coxie's left the session? Is that what that said?
Yeah.
What on earth is going on here?
No. I hope Coxie gets back in here. Right now, he's running in the points.
Yeah. What is going on? Safety car in this lap. That's a very late call. So let's get to Gilzo at the front here. He's going to have to... Every time Gilzo leads the safety car, it's a late call, and it happened last time he was leading it. So Maro's back. Must be having some kind of connection issue, maybe. Maybe that's why he spun. It was the AI took over and did something wrong. That's a pretty good restart, given the fact that the safety car came in very last minute.
Yep.
Surely these guys aren't going to have their tires properly prepped. They probably didn't realize that was coming in. So Johannes in a great spot suddenly. He's sitting in third. Obviously, he's going to have to pit as well as Rob and Gilzo. So we'll see how this strategy pans out. J. Cole opting to run with a bit of a different strategy. Just gone onto the medium tires here and is now looking to work his way through the pack. Hasn't lost much track time, but he's lost a lot of position to his rival Gilzo out front.
And that'll be interesting to see how that goes, because you wonder how long Gilzo is going to be able to stretch those softs, along with Rob and Johannes. I mean, I can understand why they didn't come in. Figure stay out, maybe they can...
J. Cole has a run here on Smitsky. Is he going to send it? No, he thinks better of it. RC is past Mario here. Down the inside, there goes RC. Nicely done to close that overtake off and make sure it's finished. GP Colin now pressuring Mario. So Mario looking like maybe struggling on his tires.
J. Cole on Smitsky.
J. Cole on Smitsky, here he goes. And he's through.
3-second time penalty for Gilzo.
Ooh, that's going to hurt him.
That's early, too.
Very early. JFD is now pressuring Mario as well. Mario in dire straits here. He's really struggling for grip. Cars are just picking him off one after another at the moment. He's under pressure now from GP and Crucio as well. So Mario not having the greatest night out there. J. Cole pressuring Fuzz now, and he's trying to hang on to Adri, who's losing time to Ryan ahead, who is still hanging on to Bag of Bones, hanging on to T-Money, who's hanging on to Johannes, who's hanging on to Rob, but Gilzo building a bit of a gap to Rob now, which he's definitely going to need to do with that 3-second penalty you mentioned.
For sure. I mean, this is already shaping up to be an interesting fight here. Because
J. Cole very close to Fuzz here. He's probably going to have a good crack at an overtake here down the straight. Looks like Bag of Bones might be able to line up T-Money as well, so let's see what happens here. Got a few potential overtakes down this next straight.
Oh, Coxie spun. Oh, he spun again.
J. Cole, he is all over the back of Fuzz here. He's got that slipstream. I don't think he has DRS yet. He doesn't. Is he going to send it down the inside? He does. Late on the brakes. Fuzz looks to defend it on the outside, but he can't, and J. Cole takes the place done and dusted for J. Cole. He's up another spot, so he's on a fresh set of mediums. He's already made one pit stop, and now he's in 8th. Well, his teammate Gilzo out front on softs that will start to be falling off soon. Also carrying a 3-second penalty, which actually puts J. Cole pretty much in striking distance of Gilzo by track time. If you look at the sector times here.
Chatted about it here. T-Money is in 4th on the mediums, and he's hanging on to Johannes.
Yeah, he started in 10th. So actually, that safety car worked out really well for T-Money.
You're not kidding. Holy crap.
Good point out. Adri is looking to close that gap under Ryan now. He does have that gap back under a second. J. Cole is hanging on to Adri and Fuzz hanging on. So we got quite the train here behind Rob, who isn't particularly slow. He's actually quite fast, but he's just under threat from so many fast drivers behind. And he can't quite keep up with Gilzo because he's probably having to check his mirrors a little too often to really focus on closing a gap at the moment.
It also looks like at this point the mediums have overtaken the softs because fastest lap was just JFD on the mediums. So you got to think at this point the mediums are starting to outplay. Ooh, VSC, what happened?
JFD's out. JFD has lost it. Yeah, you really got to stop pointing people's names out tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody.
JFD has lost the car, obviously, in the first sector there, and Coxie is way, way, way behind here, heading into the pits. He's still not even close to the stricken car of JFD at this moment. So Coxie having another. Yeah, it helps a bit, but having another disastrous night here at Zenith Online Racing, it just seems like he can't. We know he's got the pace and he does well, but just can't seem to string it together and actually get a result here yet. Neither tier so far he's able to pull it off. So we're all pulling for Coxie. We hope he can pull something out of his butt tonight. But that never quit attitude will go a long way. He gets back out there. There easily could be another safety car tonight, and he could end up tucked into the back of the pack with a fresh set of boots. Maybe he can do something from this point on. The main focus, though, is keep that car facing the right direction and make sure you're finishing the race on the lead lap. Don't get lapped. If you get lapped, it's done.
Yep.
So he's really got to push now and make sure he doesn't get caught.
So now we have Adri's coming up on Ryan here, and we have J. Cole's right behind them. We have this basically four-car fight, 5-car fight here for 5th place. Another VSC. What happened?
I don't see any yellows. I really don't know what happened there. I don't see any yellow flags anywhere.
No.
Maybe someone had a spin or lost some wing. Yeah, someone's heading to the pits. That's a Ferrari. That's GP Collins. So maybe he had a moment that caused the VSC there. More than likely, that's what's happened.
Yep, they're giving him a new wing.
Yeah.
So that's gonna.
That makes sense then. Okay, so that's explained. Should be going racing soon. I can't imagine it would take too long to clear that up.
So just looking here, what you were talking about with Fuzz getting the 5-second penalty, I went on to the race director here during this VSC, and something happened because at the same time we have Fuzz, Coxie, Colin, J. Cole, Mario, Ginnett, and RC got a 5-second penalty all at the same time. So I'm not quite sure what happened there.
All right, the race has restarted. We've got Ryan all over the back of T-Money here. He must have gained some time under that VSC because he's pressuring T-Money now heavily, and then Adri and J. Cole behind. And Smitsky and RC is also very close to the back of Fuzz. So you have to keep an eye on all these gaps here. We got a request from Barton in the chat. He wants the ERS and telemetry on. Yeah, I'll pop it on for a bit. I like to leave it off. I just don't like talking about it too much because the guys racing, you know, sometimes they're listening and they know if the guy behind or in front has an advantage in the battery pack. But if me and Doth can just avoid pointing it out, we'll just leave it on the screen for the spectators to view, but we'll not talk about it.
Works for me.
Yeah, sounds good. And as you can see, T-Money and Ryan scrapping head to head.
J. Cole with the 3-second time penalty too. So that's another one of that's another one. This is going to be interesting how this shakes out. I mean, we're 8 laps through here, so we still have most of the race in front of us.
Yeah, we've lost 3 cars already in the first 8 laps. We still have quite a ways to go, as you pointed out, and already a few stricken cars early here. GP and Coxie are pretty much in no man's land at this point. They're very far behind, and probably running what feels like a bit of a miserable race right now, just praying for a safety car. J. Cole is going around the outside of Ryan now. He's making his move with that DRS. I think he's got a car length here into the turn. Ryan looks to defend it by diving down the inside. Is he going to have enough? I don't think he does. J. Cole closes that off, and Ryan has to yield. Going to cost him a bit of time to Adri behind, trying to defend J. Cole. He's compromised his exit a little bit, and now Adri knocking at the door, looking for a way through on Ryan here. And Adri will be looking to pull his teammate Fuzz along with him ahead of Ryan here. Bag of bones all over the back of Johannes as well. Let's get to that scrap quickly. It looks like Bones is on the verge of overtaking Johannes. RC has spun.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not notice. Bag of bones dives into the pits, so looking for that undercut. Johannes now is out in clear air. We've got another car in the pits.
A 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that's cost him so dearly. Gilzo also in the pits. He's out under the mediums, so now J. Cole is going to have a massive advantage in track position, but he's got really old mediums right now. J. Cole is all over the back of T-Money here into the chicane. Is he looking for a way through? Right now, he might actually get a better exit out of this hairpin and maybe even past T-Money before he needs the DRS. It looks like he has far more grip at the moment. J. Cole is just all over the back of T-Money here. He's got that DRS. He's turned that battery up. Here we go. J. Cole looking to get through on T-Money. T-Money looking to defend stoutly. Is he going to take that? He takes the outside line here. J. Cole just dives down the inside and pretty much closes him off through the chicane. Gets that position quite easily. T-Money probably realizing it's not worth the fight at this point. He's got, oh, T-Money is off. What has happened? Wow. T-Money has gone off on the exit of the chicane. He's gone into the wall, and he's surely lost a bunch of his wing there.
Oh.
T-Money. Oh, devastating. Devastating stuff from T-Money there. Oh, so unfortunate. He's lost the car, and he's struggling to get it turned around. T-Money is effectively out of the running of the points now. He's got a long way back to recovery here. He's going to have to get a wing. He's going to have to pray for a safety car here. He's really done himself in with that mistake. Maybe there, I don't know that there was contact. Maybe he just took a bad line. It looked like J. Cole had cleared him before he had lost the car. So J. Cole now is pressuring Johannes for the race lead. So Johannes stays out again, does not pit on those softs once again. And interesting to note, his closest rival who was behind Johannes, who was that? It was Rob. He pit onto the mediums. He is in clear air at the moment, so this could cost... J. Cole just took the lead. J. Cole just took the lead, yes. I figured that was going to happen there. Johannes was really struggling for grip. But Rob is in clear air, so Johannes
T-Money spun again.
T-Money has spun again. Oh, that's unfortunate. T-Money's race has just gone from bad to worse. He's now running in 15th. He's nowhere near Mario. And Coxie is trailing behind him now. Disappointing for T-Money. He's into the pit lane. Still has to pit here, so Coxie actually may overtake T-Money here. Depending how long this pit stop is for T-Money. Does he have any penalties to serve in the pits?
Just kind of looking at how this is shaping up here with Johannes and
Lamaro making a move on Bones. Can't find a way through. Bones defends it. Or was Bones passing Lamaro there, maybe? Maybe more than likely, yeah. Bones looking for a way through on Lamaro. My mistake there. Caught that at the last second. RC pressuring Gilzo now. And Gilzo looking to chop the gap down to Smitsky in front, who's on the old mediums. So Gilzo now catching all the old medium runners. There is about 9 seconds between him and his teammate at the moment. Gilzo's got 6 lap pressure mediums. He should be able to eradicate that gap. More than likely he will. Adri is pressuring Johannes now as well. So Johannes really looking to extend those softs. I think he's probably aiming for the one-stop soft to medium here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely must be.
Kind of has to be at this point.
Yeah. Well, Rob is actually caught up to RC and is looking to make an overtake on him as well. Ryan is all over the back of Fuzz, and let's check in with Rob and RC here as well. Bag of Bones pressuring Crucio. Got a lot of really close battles in the field right now. It's going to be hard to decide who to watch here, but we'll go to the first guys on track, and that is Fuzz and Ryan. Ryan has DRS. Fuzz looking to break that slipstream very aggressively. Ryan is closing fast. Is he going to get enough into the corner? He might. I think he has a chance here. Ryan lunges it down the inside. He's late on the brakes. Oh, side by side. They leave each other's space. Fuzz through the chicane. Gets a bit of a better exit. Oh, Ryan has to yield. Fuzz closed the door.
Nicely done to both guys, though.
Excellent
Nicely
scrap
done.
there.
Beautiful.
So I think we kept our eye on the right battle there because none of the other guys got too close. Rob and Smitsky looking, or sorry, Rob. Rob, sorry, is catching Smitsky, but he's got RC pressuring him as well. So Ryan's still looking for a way through on Fuzz here. Just gonna have to throw it in there down the main straight maybe. Fuzz with a big lock up there and a huge wobble. Fuzz is losing the card here.
Whoa.
Fuzz has cooked those tires surely. He's not only had a big lockup, but he's also had 2 bobbles. Those tires are going to be overheated, and Ryan has a chance here. If he can get a really smooth exit, he might be able to overtake Fuzz down the main straight. And Ryan dives into the pits. Did he get wing damage?
Oh,
Maybe just time for that second set of mediums now. I don't know. Maybe thinking he's getting held up by Fuzz, not worth it, time to pit. I don't know. Gilzo all over the back of Zenith. Zenith just lets him through there. Zenith really doesn't want to lose much time fighting with Gilzo on fresh mediums. Smart move from Zenith there.
I think Zenith feels like his time to fight is going to be towards the end of the race.
Exactly, yeah.
That makes sense.
So now everybody else jumps in the pit. So we've got Johannes pitting, Ryan and Smitsky and Lamaro all in the pit lane, and that is sort of created a bit of field spread here. Our closest gaps at the moment are Gilzo closing on Fuzz. This should be a tasty one. We know Fuzz struggling with the tires a little bit. Gilzo will be all over him very quickly. Fuzz almost takes out one of the brake markers, probably peeking behind him. Thinking about Gilzo a little too much here. Gilzo looks closed up very quickly. Gilzo might even have him down the straight here at the DRS. This is going to be very close. He's got a huge advantage on pace here. And down the inside he goes. I think he's going to get this move done easy. Yeah, Fuzz just yields that. He knows it's not worth fighting because Zenith is not terribly far behind. And he's just going to lose time to Zenith if he does that. So Fuzz really, his race is behind him at the moment, not ahead.
Yep.
Adri has built up a reasonable gap to his teammate Fuzz. He's got about 3 seconds in hand, but he's about 5 seconds off of J. Cole now. So Gilzo has about 7.3 seconds to make up on J. Cole. His tires are 6 laps newer, but J. Cole's gap has increased over the last few laps. Gilzo has been working his way through traffic though, so now he's in Fuzz into the pit lane. Gilzo is working his way toward his teammate. Now he's got a bit of clear air. He's only got to overtake one more car, and that's Adri ahead. And then he'll be in clear air, able to just work on whittling that gap down to his teammate. But at the moment, J. Cole's a bit of an advantage, though Gilzo may be able to go to the end of the race here, where J. Cole almost certainly has to pit again.
It's going to be interesting how this is going to play out the last couple laps with like Johannes, because we know Johannes is done. Johannes is done pitting, so he's we'll see how this plays out. Oh, we lost Crucio.
Crucio's out. We get on board with Ryan, and he's lost it. The same turn, almost everybody lost it in Monday and Thursday. We've had a lot of cars losing it there this week, and Crucio, the latest victim. That is through the turn 3 complex. Just seems like a lot of guys can't seem to get their exit right there.
Oh, it's a safety car.
Oh, safety car. That's going to change the entire scope of the race. All these massive gaps are now gone. Everything's going to close up. All these pit stops are going to work out in favor. J. Cole will have a huge advantage here. The safety car is nowhere near him. He's going to be able to leap into the pits and save a lot of time here, changing over to the next set of tires, which I believe will have to be another set of mediums for J. Cole.
Yeah.
Adri will be able to throw another set of mediums on, yes?
Yeah, I think so. Adri started on the softs.
Does Gilzo consider pitting as well just to get on even terms here?
If I were Gilzo, I would pit. Absolutely.
Yeah, because he's not going to lose track position to too many guys behind him. Maybe a guy like Rob or Bones consider staying out because they might be able to pull off a bit of a master stroke strategy wise. Gilzo thinking about it. He's looking in the pit lane. Is he going to do it though? He does do it. Gilzo pits. So maybe just
Adri just got a drive through. Holy Adri. Oh. That sucks. Speeding under the safety car. That sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. That kind of pulls him out of contention here.
Pretty much, yep. And
Yeah.
he's going to meet up with the safety car here, and that's going to be it. So
Yeah.
he's going past the safety car and now locked up his brakes. It goes from bad to worse for Adri. Adri is going to have to... It's unfortunate that he couldn't... If he got the drive-through on the previous lap, he could have served it already and actually saved time because no one had caught the safety car
Colin
yet.
just got DQ'd.
What on earth is going
on
here?
What is going on?
All right, so a bit of a bizarre one tonight here in Abu Dhabi.
Not kidding. I can't, to be honest,
So
I kind of can't blame
second
Coxie
safety car and our second, we have 2 VSCs and 2 safety cars. So
Holy crap.
I think it's one more safety car, and that's the limit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we might only see one more tonight at this rate.
To be honest, I can't blame Mario and Coxie for hitting onto the softs. Because at this point, they're like, well, there's probably going to be another one anyway, and I can put on another set of softs. I really can't blame them. And T-Money gets nailed with the 5-second. Oh.
Man, it's just going from bad to worse for some of these guys here. But the safety car is going to sort of neutralize all these bad drives that we've had so far. Guys like T-Money, Coxie, Mario are now back in contention. And, you know, pretty much everyone's on level pegging here once we get the safety car back in and everybody's caught up and snaking through the field together. It's going to be pretty much a shootout to the end of the race. Got some guys on fresh tires. Adri stayed out on those mediums. He's pretty much going to have to serve that drive-through now. He's going to lose ground to almost every single person down to Lamaro. He'll probably come back out in front of Lamaro, but then he still has to actually pit again as well. So he's going to have to go into the pits twice in the next... I would probably just get them both out of the way now.
So I'm going to do my best here to try to figure out what the penalty situation is, but no guarantees, because this has kind of been all over the place.
Yeah. So Adri heading in for his drive-through or his pit stop, either one. I'm assuming the drive-through comes first. J. Cole up into second now. Let's see what Adri does. I think Adri is... Yeah, drives right... No.
Oh no! You cannot serve a drive-through under a safety car.
You can't.
That's a rule which I didn't know until last week.
Oh.
You have to serve a drive-through under green flag conditions.
Okay.
So.
I guess that makes sense because if you could get away with speeding under the safety car and then serve it under the safety car and save time, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So yeah, that makes sense. So Adri now is just down in 11th and still has to do a drive-through penalty once the race resumes. The good news for Adri is there's a lot of cars behind him still. They are probably going to catch up before the safety car comes back in, I'd imagine, during this little stretch right now. Because the queue is going to be going quite slowly down the straight, trundling along, while the rest of the cars in the field there, those 2 Haas drivers, a Williams and a Ferrari, will be able to rip through the pack. That's Mario, Coxie, T-Money, and GP working their way back to the back of the field. Everybody's still on the lead lap that is in the race, though, so that's good to see. It shouldn't cause too many issues on the restart. And then we've got a Ferrari, sorry, that's GP is in last, trailing along behind, so these guys are pretty far behind still. That's how bad the races have gone for some of these guys. Look how far behind they are still.
Yeah, no, and I can't help but to wonder here, just kind of looking ahead a lap or two. So the couple guys in front, I mean, the first 5, 6 guys here are really going to be... Oh, Fuzz, getting a time penalty under the safety car. Poor guy. There's been a few of those tonight, not to call him out particularly. There's been a few of those tonight.
There's been a lot of that tonight. So pretty much everybody's on relatively fresh tires, though. Like GP and Bag of Bones. The unfortunately for GP is he's on 5-lap-old mediums and he still hasn't caught the pack. That's how bad things are going at the moment. But Bag of Bones on the 6-lap-old mediums, and then everybody else pretty much on 2, 1, or 3-lap-old tires for the rest of the field. So it's going to be pretty much a heavyweight knockout fight. To the end of the race here. I think pretty much, blow for blow, everybody's going to be duking it out here. I don't think pit strategy is going to play too much of a factor here. Even these guys on the softs can probably make it to the end. Guys like Adri, Fuzz, they could probably stretch those softs to the end. They're not going to have too much pace at the end, but they still have another lap under the safety car here. So really, they're going to be starting lap 17. They really only have to go about 12 more laps on those softs, and really they haven't pushed them at this point either. They're probably pretty tidy softs right now.
No, I completely agree with you. I think the move is there is that that the last 2 laps, 27, 28, to be blunt, they're going to hurt.
Adri looks like he's serving it.
Oh,
Yep. Sir.
Oh.
No, they pit again. They put him on the mediums. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
he was trying to serve it and then...
Yeah, I don't think he realized that you
maybe
can
he
only
didn't
serve it under
realize.
green flag. Yeah. I mean, I learned it last week. So in his...
Because it has to tell you to come in and do it, right? Like the game has to be like, serve your drive-through now.
Within 3 laps, yeah.
Right.
But it
And if
won't
it
come
doesn't
up
tell
until...
you, if it doesn't tell you and you think you've got one, you'll drive in there. You know what? I think I did that before too. I think I was under safety car, got a drive-through, and then went in to serve it and was like, why didn't they serve it? Like, I'm trying to serve it. And you don't realize at the time because it doesn't really explain the rules to you, but...
yeah, I mean, like you said, the theory makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense perfectly, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's, you know, it sucks. Also, wait a minute, didn't it say that didn't it say that before, didn't it come up that he was disqualified? I'm a little confused. Didn't I say that at some point? I'm gonna look at the thing.
No.
Oh. Who was DQ'd then? It said somebody was disqualified.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Safety car is in this lap, though, so Bag of Bones now needs to work on bunching up the field. Shouldn't be much of a problem. He's one of the stewards for Tier 1 and 2, so he should know the rules by now. He shouldn't have any issue.
Rob just got a 5-second penalty as well. This is bonkers.
Yeah, a lot of strange penalties tonight, so it's going to be a little bit strange at the end of the race, and some people may be actually serving those penalties as well in the pit lane, and it's going to be hard to sort it out once it's all said and done, but what we will see is probably quite a few position changes from what the race actually finishes as on track. So Bones now takes the pace of the field. He will restart the race shortly. That safety car is heading around the final turn now. Just about to head into the pit lane. Bones needs to make sure that thing crosses the pit entry line before he hits the start finish straight. And I think he's good to go now. There
nice
goes the
job,
safety car. Yeah, it was a good restart. Didn't lose too much time to the safety car, but also didn't get too close either. So J. Cole pressuring him early on the restart. Johannes is tucked in third, fighting for that podium position right now. He's going to be under threat from Gozo. It's going to be a hell of a race to the finish here. Everybody on the lead lap, everybody tucked in within a second of each other. Let's go, boys. No more safety cars. I want to see this one finish this way. J. Cole now with that slipstream on Bones. Is he going to have a chance here? Johannes is also under threat from Gilzo. Let's see if we can get a nice shot with the broadcast view here. Both rental cars looking for a way through. They both pull out for overtakes. Here we go. Gilzo around the outside. He can't get it done, and neither can J. Cole. So both cars defended and both looking for ways through. Nice to see there. Really good action between these guys. And we've got T-Money has spun again. He is off.
Poor guy.
Maybe he made contact with somebody, but there's T-Money now behind the pack once more. Bad news for T-Money. And Coxie looking for a way through on his teammate here. He sends it on the inside, and he has to tuck it in. He's not close enough to get that done. Gilzo's found a way through on Johannes here. We've missed that jumping through the field here. And Johannes now looking to fight it back, but he's probably going to struggle to. Gilzo now has to find a way through on his teammate with Bag of Bones sort of parking in the way out front there. He's sort of holding up the pack. Smitsky has gone off. He is dropping down the field. Smitsky off. It looks like maybe someone has contacted him as well. Rob and Lamaro as well. So it looks like we have a pretty big incident here. A lot of cars off. T-Money now coming up to these guys. They must have all got back on track and recovered. But yeah, big incident there. A few cars collected in that. We've missed that as well. Jinnit is all over the back of Fuzz here. He's going to be looking for a way through over the next couple of laps. And J. Cole and Gilzo all over the back of Bones. Bones must be feeling the pressure heavy right now. He's got both. He's got mirrors full of Renault at the moment. J. Cole and Gilzo, two of the fastest guys out here in the EU tier, and they're looking for their rightful places, 1 and 2. Neither of them will want to be finishing second, though. This is going to be a scrap to the end.
Now these last couple laps are going to be awesome. I mean, so if you just kind of look at the intervals, like they're all less than half a second from each other. I don't know who to actually focus on.
No, it's so hard to watch. Jinnit is all over the back of Fuzz here and is all over the back. RC is all over the back of him as well. So RC looking for a way through on Jinnit here. Jinnit just parks it on that center line. Covers off RC nicely. Can't really make a move there.
J. Cole's going to take a rip on Bag of Bones. J. Cole's going to take a rip on Bag of Bones for the lead.
J. Cole to the inside, late to the inside, and he locks up and goes deep, but I think he got it done. He finishes the move. Bag of Bones now splitting the Renaults, and Gilzo needs to find a way through desperately here. He's not got a lot of places to find a way through. The main straight, he might have a shot if he gets a really good exit, but the next few turns aren't going to provide much of a chance for overtaking, and J. Cole's going to be looking to build that gap up quickly. Gilzo now, feeling the pressure, needs to find a way through quickly here before his teammate scampers off into the distance. That DRS will be activated shortly, and he's going to lose that DRS advantage over his teammate. Gilzo into the last turn. He sends it late. They're side by side. He pushes Bones a bit wide. I think that's fair, but he gets the move. Gilzo needed to get that done. Into turn 1. Is he going to take the place? Bones looking to fight it back. He can't cover him off. Yeah, so aggressive move from Gilzo there to keep that position, and he gets up into second and is now working that gap back down so he can get DRS down this main straight. Is he going to get enough here? He's close, but he's not close enough. So Bag of Bones and Johannes and Ryan are all going to have DRS on Gilzo here. That's going to put him in a very compromised spot. Gilzo needs a really good exit here.
Yeah, because he's outside of DRS on his teammates.
Exactly.
So he's the duck here, kind of the sitting duck here. So we'll see how this shapes up. Also, very quietly.
I think he got a good exit though. Bones is not close enough. But Johannes and Ryan are close. And Jinnit is through on Fuzz. He sends it. And I think he's got it through clean there. Yeah, Fuzz has a yield. He just didn't have the pace into the corner. Smitsky picks up a 5-second penalty as well. I missed what it was for. Here we go. Johannes all over the back of Bones now. Here he goes around the outside. Oh, and he's pushed a bit wide. I don't think he was really left enough space there at all by Bones. Yeah, Johannes.
I just want to point out, as they go into Sector 3 here, there's really not going to be a test. I just want to point out a little bit that very, very quietly, Coxie and Mario have gotten into the points here. And with Rob's penalties, T-Money's penalties, and Audrey's penalties behind and stuff like that, they may be able to hold on to those points positions.
Yeah, even with those soft tires. Yeah, those soft tires are going to be falling off towards the end of the race, but they might be able to keep them going.
Yeah, they may be able to hold it here. So we'll see what that's going to be. That'd be some nice points there for Haas, especially considering the spins.
Yes, for sure. That's definitely a really good point out. We'll keep an eye on those two for sure while we watch the rest of the battles through the field. We've got a lot of action here. RC is all over the back of Fuzz. These guys are good buds, but they don't take it very lightly on track, so we'll see what happens here. Jinnit is all over the back of Ryan now. He's hounding his way through the field. He's looking to fight up there and get to that podium. He sees Johannes not too far up the road, and he's being held up by Bag of Bones as well. And Bag of Bones losing ground to Gilzo, who has now whittled the gap to J. Cole just to half a second. And he's got that DRS now. He's got a nice slipstream. Can he take a crack down this long straight here? He's going to be closing fast, but I don't know if he's close enough at the moment to get into a position to make an overtake. He's not going to be able to do it. He's going to have to tuck in and consider it down the next straight. He will get DRS again. We'll see if he can get a better exit here. If he gets a nice run, he might have a shot here. Runs a bit deep. I think he's on the curb too much there, and J. Cole looks like he's edged him out there. I don't think he's going to be close enough to take a crack.
And you know what's great for us too as spectators here is that J. Cole and Gilzo, their penalties cancel each other out. They each have 3 seconds. So whatever happens on track is what.
Big collision here between Fuzz and, is that Ryan and Jinnit? Or was it Fuzz and Jinnit? I think it was. Jinnit's lost it again. You know, I think there was a lot of contact. I think it was Fuzz and Jinnit. I'm not too sure what happened there. I saw 2 cars make contact, and then Jinnit went around. I don't know. He was trying to overtake Ryan. They were battling, and maybe it was Ryan. Maybe I was thinking Fuzz was in the Ferrari from last season. I don't know. Gilzo is now all over the back of J. Cole. Let's get back to the scrap at the front here.
For sure.
We'll have to take a look at that incident after the race to see what happened there. Bad luck for Jinnit and Fuzz, though. They both were running pretty well. But what that does now, if you notice that you pointed out, Coxie's up into 7th. His teammate Mario didn't gain anything from that, but he's in the right place. Fuzz has to pit, so he's not going to be under pressure from Fuzz. Mario in the points still. But Coxie gaining a few extra spots here, and probably Jinnit has some damage, I'd imagine, with the contact. Can he close the gap to Coxie, though, and get back in front of him? Coxie's
Rob with a 3-second, too. Another 3-second penalty. So, like, geez, this is all over the place here.
Yeah. Gilzo not close enough to J. Cole here. Johannes is looking for a way through on Bones, and he is not close enough either. Bones with a big lockup, though, and that puts Johannes alongside him into the chicane. Johannes with the switchback underneath, and he's going to have a great run here with the DRS. He's all over the back of Bones. Is Johannes going to find a way through here? Gilzo is also looking for a way through. They're side by side, the 2 Renaults. Gilzo on the outside. Can he get around? No, they touch. Oh, J. Cole covers it off, and they touch. And Johannes and Bones side by side as well. Johannes is maintaining. Oh, sorry, Johannes takes the place. Johannes did go side by side with Bones. He was looking for a way through, and he found a way through. Bones had a terrible exit through the chicane there, and it pretty much compromised him all the way down the straight and gave Johannes that door to make the overtake. Gilzo could not find a way through on J. Cole. They went wheel to wheel there. It was so close. Gilzo is hounding his teammate here, though, and he wants the win. Gilzo has 0 points so far. J. Cole has 50, so Gilzo really needs this win tonight. His teammate is not going to give much weight to him, even finishing second, but if Gilzo wants to maintain his claim to the #1 driver status, he's going to have to find a way through here and win this race, and over the next few races, start to close the gap back down to his teammate, J. Cole. Bones has spun?
Yeah,
Bones has spun. Now Coxie in a very good spot, because Coxie is going to be closing on Bones with dusty mediums, and Coxie on, you know, probably okay sauce, but Jinnit closing quickly on Coxie here as well. So Jinnit looking for a way through. He's got to watch that front wing, make sure he doesn't get too close to Coxie here. He's got a really good crack at him down the main straight here. If Jinnit gets a nice exit,
fighting up and down this field.
It's insane. It's insane. I can't keep up. Gilzo super close to J. Cole there, but he's not close enough. Jinnit back behind Coxie. He's tucked in. He's getting that slipstream. He's got a huge run, and he pulls out. He sends it down the inside, and I think Coxie's going to have to yield that place. He's not going to be able to defend that on Jinnit. And Rob as well. Late move by Rob down the inside, and he actually passes Coxie as well. That was insane.
Wow.
Fuzz and GP very close. Adri is looking for a way through on GP. I think he found it. Yeah, back to Gilzo up front here. He's still stuck behind his teammate J. Cole. And Coxie now losing ground to both Rob and Jinnit. So Coxie, pretty much he's safe. I think he just needs to bring it home at this point. He's got Mario 4.8 seconds behind and Adri 2.7 behind. Adri might be a threat. I think GP is pretty much out of the running. But Adri could be a threat with those fresh mediums. He's only 2 seconds off of Mario.
Oh, Gilzo just got a 3-second.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Johannes with a 3-second as well.
Oh, man.
Ryan dives into the pits. What is going on? Ryan pits. RC is up into 4th. RC has a crack at the podium here. If he can close that gap to Johannes, Johannes carrying a penalty.
Wow.
Gilzo, now is that Gilzo's second time penalty tonight? I think he has 6 seconds now, doesn't he?
Yep, absolutely.
So J. Cole's 6 seconds clear on his teammate at this point. Gilzo has to find... Oh, so J. Cole has one as well.
J. Cole has one, yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's very interesting. So Johannes and RC, Johannes pretty much puts himself out of contention by carrying a time penalty himself, but if RC can close up to the back of Johannes or even overtake him, RC could be in contention for second place finish here, possibly even win if J. Cole picks up another penalty. Does RC have penalties?
These guys are all over each other. I'll check RC's penalties I'll check now.
Gilzo around the outside. They're side by side once more. Let's see if Gilzo can get it done this time. He has to find a way through here if he wants to build this gap. They touch wheel to wheel again, side by side through the chicane. Oh, here they go. And Gilzo around the outside looks like he's got a bit better traction. He finally finds his way through. Oh, he's bobbled it on the exit, and that's going to compromise his run. J. Cole's going to have a chance to fight him back here into the double right-handers. Oh, Gilzo covers him off. Gilzo takes the place, and he maintains it. J. Cole's pressuring so heavily here. Oh, it's crazy, these two.
Oh, a little slip by J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole slips up, and this is Gilzo's chance now. If he puts the hammer down, he might be able to build up enough of a gap here that he can build that 3-second window he needs to actually win this thing. Oh, this is going to be a crazy finish.
Oh, God.
Johannes and RC are both 3 seconds off of the cars in front. Bag of Bones 3 seconds off. Jinnit 3 seconds off. A lot of big gaps here in the top 6, but Gilzo and J. Cole are just duking it out here for the win. It's going to come down to a bit of a gap. It's going to come down to a bit of a gap manage here. I think Gilzo has the pace. Can he find 3 seconds? Can he get 3 seconds on his teammate J. Cole over the next 5 laps? It's going to be really tough. I think it's doable, though. He's got 5 laps, 3 seconds, not that much. If he gets about 7-8 tenths a lap, he could do it. But the problem is J. Cole has a huge advantage here with this slipstream and this DRS. Pretty much eradicates any work Gilzo did through Sector 1. Ryan is out, and a safety car. Oh, that's going to pretty much...
Oh, my God.
That's pretty much going to put us into a parade for the rest of the race. I mean, we might get one more racing lap, but I think we're done. And there's Ryan on the exit of Turn 2. Lost the car on the outside into the wall. Same place he lost it Monday at night as well, I believe.
Wow, so this is going to be really interesting, and all of a sudden now, the people who have driven a clean race have got to be absolutely singing in their helmets,
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
they're all going to finish pretty bunched up, and if everybody around you has a couple penalties and you
RC
don't,
could technically win this race.
RC could win this.
Does
I'm
he
not
have the
sure.
penalties?
I looked. He's got at least 2 5 seconds, but I'm positive he served one of them. He may have served both, so I'm not sure. Let's see. Johannes may only have 3. I'm going to try to figure this out now because I'm going to have a little bit of time to do it. So, Gilzo has 6.
Right.
J. Cole has 3. J. Cole has 8, but he served the 5-second. I'm assuming, because he's pitted twice and his 5-second was on lap 3. So I'm going to assume he served that one.
All right.
Johannes only has the 3 seconds. RC has a 5, which he's definitely served. He has a 3. He has a 5, which he also may have served. Let me see how many laps he's done on these tires. Let me see.
Bones pits, Ginnet pits, Coxie pits, Adri pits. All these guys diving into the pits. I don't know if Coxie should have pit there. I think he was okay.
Wow.
I think he was safe.
Wow.
Why would he pit? He's going to lose ground here to GP and Fuzz behind. I don't even know if this race is going to finish under racing conditions. Why would you pit? Bones pits, but he maintains 6th, so actually worked out for Bones. But everybody else who dove in behind Bones lost out. Bones was the only one that pit and actually maintained his position.
Oh. Coxie has none. Coxie has 1 warning.
Right, so that puts him in a good spot. If he okay, so the fresh softs, he's in 9th.
He's going to get all those spots back. He's going to get them all back. Because Fuzz has penalties. GP, I'll check GPs now.
But he's on fresh softs now, too. If he even makes up a couple places, he might even jump a few of the guys up front.
Yeah, holy crap.
This could be very interesting. You know what? Safety car will be in probably lap 20, the end of lap 26, I would imagine. So we'll get 2 racing laps, maybe 1 racing lap.
GP
we'll definitely get
not
1,
have any penalties. Because he has a 5-second time penalty, but I'm assuming that he served it because he's pitted twice since then. So I'm assuming that that's been served. So he may not have any. Fuzz has a 5, definitely served, and then Fuzz has maybe 9 seconds worth. So you got to figure right away that even if he comes out behind him, Coxie's going to jump Fuzz. Let's see what Bones has. Let me know if it's going, if it's going green here, because I'm trying to just figure out what the penalty situation is.
I'm assuming we have another lap of safety car. They're on the final turn. No information's come through, so it'll probably be the end of lap 26 we get restarted. Worst case scenario will be the end of lap 27, so we'll have 1 full racing lap, possibly 2. What we will not have is any more DRS. So the guys on the fresh softs are really the only ones that are going to probably be capable of making overtakes without the DRS, because they're going to have a massive traction advantage. Guys like Bones, Coxie, Ginnet, Adri, Mario, Lamaro, all on brand new fresh softs, while everyone else out on track is on 12-plus lap old mediums. They're going to be struggling. These soft guys are going to have 2. If this safety car comes in this lap, these soft guys are going to have 2 laps to get by these old medium runners, and it's pretty much anyone's game at that point. If the safety car doesn't come in this lap, I think that 1 lap of racing will not be enough for the soft runners to make a huge impact. So we'll see what happens. This is really dependent on what happens here at the end of this lap. Safety car should let us know it's coming in. Usually down the second DRS straight it lets us know. So we usually have about the entire 3rd sector for the cars to find a way to drop back and restart the race safely.
Depending on where he finishes, the winner of this race may be Bones. Because Bones does not have any penalties.
That could be very interesting, and he's fresh softs.
Wow. Yeah, so
Bones.
So depending on kind of how this all shakes out here, it may end up being some sort of combination of Bones, J. Cole, GP Colin, and Coxie here. Because those are the guys who don't have any
safety car in this lap. Here we go.
Here we go. This is going to be a bonkers restart here.
This is going to be spicy. We're going to have the 2 out front duking it out, and they've got a bit of a buffer with a few guys behind them to protect them, but they're going to be under threat from all the soft runners behind, and it's going to be 2 laps of full racing here. This is going to be a very, very interesting restart. I can't wait to see what happens here. Gilzo now backing the field up. He's a little too close to that safety car at the moment. Definitely needs to slow it right down at this point.
I think he will. He's figured it out.
Yeah, he's slowing right down now. He's pretty close, though. Yeah, it usually tells him about now that it's going in anyway, so... He's pretty much got his opportunity here to punch it whenever he feels at this point.
Yep.
So here we go. Gilzo restarts the race. Here we go. Let's see what we can get here with the cars behind. The soft runners are going to be all over the back. Rob makes up a place already on RC here. He sweeps in front. Now, Bag of Bones is right behind RC and Robin. He needs to find a way through quickly if he wants to try to close that gap and possibly have a chance to win this race. He has the gap he needs to win this thing, and he doesn't have any penalties, and he's got a fresh set of boots to get him close enough to the front runners to take the lead. Can he do it? Bag of Bones, the man to watch here, could win this race. Doth's detective work has paid off, and now we know who could pull this thing off. Zenith is out!
Oh, man. Oh, and Coxie gets a 5-second penalty with the collision with Adrian. Coxie goes flying down, too.
Oh, man, that's crazy. RC is all over the back of our Rob here.
Retired, too.
Wow. Just a crazy finish of the race here. These guys dropping out at the last minute. We just had our final safety car. I don't think we'll have any more for the end of the race here.
No.
Rob and... Sorry, RC and Bag of Bones both very close to the back of Rob here. He's only 1.2 off of Johannes, who is pressuring J. Cole and Gilzo ahead. But the guys on the softs are really not making the impact we thought they would. Bag of Bones really hasn't found a way through yet. And the other soft runners are just a little too far to actually do anything about it. So Bones really the man to watch at the moment. We know J. Cole gets the win on the penalties at this point. So can Bag of Bones get close enough to those guys to actually win this thing? He's within striking distance. He needs to pass one of these guys here.
Yeah, even right now.
Oh, RC goes very deep. Bones down the inside. He's got what he needed. He's got a chance here. Bones now has a run on Rob. If he can close up and pass Rob, he could win this race. This is Bones' opportunity for a win. This is going to be an insane finish here. He doesn't have any penalties that we know of yet. All he has to do is keep it right here and pass Rob, and he could win this thing. We know J. Cole has... We know Gilzo has 6 seconds, J. Cole has 3 seconds, and Johannes is 1.2 off of him, and 7 seconds behind Rob. Bones closing up right up to Rob here. Rob is very close to Johannes now. So this is going to give Bones a double slipstream here. This could be what he needs down these two straights. If he gets the double slipstream and he can close at least to within the gearbox of one of these cars ahead, he actually might steal second or first. I think he's a little too far off of J. Cole. I don't know. It's pretty close. He's got to turn that battery up. He's got nothing to save it for at this point.
Yep, so Gilzo is got 1.3 clear.
Bones is pressure. He's under pressure from RC now, Bones. This is not what he needed. It's the exact opposite of what he needed here. RC now has a chance to actually overtake Bones, but he's not going to get close enough. I don't think Bones is close enough. Is he? He's not. I don't think he's going to take this. Unless J. Cole has more penalties that we don't know of, but... I think Bones squandered that opportunity. He could have won this race.
Oh, what happened? GP Colin and Lamaro both went off too. Oh man, poor GP Colin. Finish. Yeah, this is all over here. At this point, I've lost track. At this point, I don't know who the hell is where. I'm just waiting for them to all cross the line and be like, "Congrats to whomever."
So J. Cole should be the race winner here. Gilzo crosses the line. J. Cole jumps him on penalties. Johannes closes. Oh, Bones up into second. So Bones only 2/10 off of a win. Insane. If he had just turned that battery up, he could have had it. Oh, he should have left it in hot. He should have left it in hot lap. The whole final lap, he could have got it. It was that close. Johannes only 2/10 off of Gilzo, and Adri picks up 5th. RC finishes 6th. GP Colin in 7th. Rob only 1/10 off of GP for 8th. Fuzz in 9th. Mario picks up points in 10th. Lamaro in 11th and T-Money in 12th. Those are the race finishers. Everybody else DNF tonight. That was quite a race. A lot of safety cars, a lot of good wheel-to-wheel action. That was very exciting. Yeah, right down to the wire, pretty much perfect.
You are not kidding.
Yeah.
This has been bonkers. This was really, really great.
Yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's your winner, J. Cole. So now up to 75 points on the season. Gilzo
man.
drops another 7 to his teammate, but at least gets on the board and picks up 18 points there. And then you see... Oh, sorry. Gilzo actually finished third, so Gilzo actually only gets 15 points.
Yeah.
So he's lost another 10 to his teammate. And Bag of Bones with an excellent finish up in second place. Snags 18 points tonight. So
Sometimes you keep it clean and it just pays off here because, like, this race was all over. Yeah. So and Adri only finished a couple seconds back, despite the fact that it took him 3 shots to serve his penalty.
yeah. Bones, look at that, man. 2/10 off of a win. That's gotta be so crushing, man. I'd be so frustrated.
I gotta be honest, I'm pretty gutted for Coxie right now.
Yeah, I know.
Started
He
16th, he could have finished 4th. You know, like he would have finished 3rd or 4th. If you're listening, Coxie, man, I'm sorry, but
Mario, though, shout out to Mario, finished 10th after starting 20th. Hit a pretty good race there. So.
Absolutely, and GP Colin finishes 7th after starting 19th. So it just kind of shows you gotta run the race because you have no freaking idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Adri also gained 8 places, 13th to 5th, and then Bag of Bones actually gained 7 places. Started 9th, finishes 2nd, only 2/10 off of winning the race. Adri just turned the wick up a little bit there. I think he actually had a shot. He really only needed to find 3/10 and he wins. So he definitely could have done it, I think. And maybe he wasn't really aware of the situation up ahead. He'll probably be very frustrated to see he was that close at the end. And he's sitting on about 75% of his battery reserve. So yeah.
Wow, that was some race.
It was. It's been a lot of good races this week at Abu Dhabi. Not one of my favorite tracks personally, but it sure does provide a lot of good racing.
Yep.
All right. We'll wrap things up. Thanks for joining me once again. It's good to have you back.
Thank you very much. And I will, we will, I'll see you on track tomorrow night in Spain.
Yeah, I can't wait to crash out with...
oh, yeah.
No,
that would be...
It's not a great track for me. I haven't really practiced much. It's been a rough season. But I did figure out part of my issue with losing pace over the last few months. It seems like I've been dropping off the radar for a little while, and I think I've solved the issue. I just kind of have to readjust to it now to make some adjustments with the saturation on the throttle.
Nice.
Yeah, so ZOR, Zenith Online Racing, carries into the next week. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. It's going to be round 8 in Tier 1 and Tier 2, and then it'll be round 4 in the EU Tier. That will be next Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got Tier 1. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Tier 2 goes. Thanks for joining us once again. We will catch you later this week. Have a good night.